4, 3, 2. What's up? What's up? We back with another special edition of the Tapping with Tristan, man. That's your boy Mark Johnson back here. Man, we got a special one on the other end of this thing here, man. This guy here, a legend, full-blooded legend in the town on that basketball court, man. He four of them state championships, not just as a warmer on the bench. I'm talking about as a full-blown participant. He got 4 of them things, man. 4 state championships, all Long Island. Hey, they had a glove in the NBA. We had a glove in high school, bro. This guy don't really need an introduction, man, but we got the legend himself, Richard Payton, in the building, man. Rich Payton, say what's up to the people.
What's going on, fam? What's going on, people? What's going on, Amityville? What's going on? What's going on?
Yo, Mark, bro, this is dope, bro. This is what the people want, man. They've been wanting to hear that story, bro. It's good to see you, man. Hope all is well on your side. You know, talk to us, bro.
Yeah, all is well, man. All is well, man. You know, I can't really complain. You know, life is good. As far as Amityville basketball, Mark, man.
You want to go right into it? Let's get right into it, man. You want to dive right into it, bro? Let's get right into it, bro. Let's start at the beginning, though. Let's start at the beginning. What was Amityville like in the beginning for Rich Payton?
Well, Amityville for me, it started off rough. You know, my mom having 6 kids. You know, single mom. You know, it was always rough. We always had our rough patches, and I got an older brother, Darrell Moore. Okay. You know what I mean? He really picked up the pill. He picked up the basketball first.
All right.
And you know, most young kids want to be like their older brother.
Right.
And I seen the type of respect and love that my brother used to get from basketball. I'm just like, yo, we play basketball. Like,
yeah.
I'm better than you, I think, but right. I really wasn't. But you know, that's where it all came from with the basketball. You know, my older brother put the ball in my hand.
So was there anything before basketball? What was Richard Payton's interest as a youngster before basketball? What were you into? What was the neighborhood like? Because you grew up in Amityville, so we know
the neighborhood was different. It was one thing. See, I was very blessed to have the type of mom I had. Because my mom always, for people that know my mom in Amityville, she was very open-handed, open heart, you know, to everybody. And, you know, I still receive some of that love today. And she passed like 07. Right. So like, you know, my mom's, I would give a lot of respect to for Amityville, you know, like, you know, from people like, see, when we talk Amityville, it's a little different. Like people, like I know people from day ones, you know, like even before the basketball, like say before we playing ball, I used to hang with like the older guys, like Terrence and those guys, and you know they made me tough as the baby. You know what I mean? Him, Warren, Corey, you know, Jadon, the older guys. You know, they was older than me, and I was always the baby. Right. So like, you know, they forced me to be tough, and especially on the court. You know, you take that with you in life. You know, those guys, they taught me to really be tough and you know, stay with it. So it came out on the court because of those guys. I take my hat off for a lot of those guys. I respect those dudes.
Yeah, definitely. So you watch your brother play basketball, and now it's starting to pique your interest.
Yeah.
What's those middle school years looking like? You at Edmund W. Miles. You know, W. Miles is that crossroad.
Yeah, that's where it really all started. First, it started with St. Martin's. Let's take it back to that. Okay. St. Martin's. I have a coach named Coach Cronin. Love him like a dad. He taught me organized basketball. He like, you know, we played at the Mac, Boulder Mac, and there was a park on Great Neck before Boulder Mac over here on Great Neck where Dollar General is now. Back in the days, I used to play at. You know what I'm saying? It was a hoop over there. So behind the school, I played a lot with rest in peace, Mo.
Okay.
See, Mo used to bring me outside. Mo was no ball player, but Mo had a hell of a jump shot. Hell of a jump shot.
Yeah.
Hell of a jump shot.
Right.
The aim was on point. So like people like Mo,
talking bad stuff to you while you
yeah, make you want to make it, had to make it. You want to shut him up, you got to make the shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, I keep jumping off, but it started with St. Martin's. Coach Cronin taught me organized basketball, do like a father to me.
Who were some of those guys on that St. Martin team with you?
St. Martin's, man, I had Marvin Cheese, I had Chris Jean Baptiste, I had my best friend, my brother Tamel. I had Tristan Smith, I had Roderick, and I was still the youngin. I had of course Jason Frazier. Me and Jason pretty much play our whole upcoming together. I had Trevor McIntyre, rest in peace to my brother Trevor. Richie Cronin, my bro, Max Rose. I mean, most of the same guys I played with in high school, we started early together.
Yeah, and that's so intricate because the run that Amityville went on, it was always that notion that we were recruiting. People didn't understand that everyone grew up with each other. So it was something there, it was just something in the water. You know what I'm saying?
We was like so good, our top 10, that when we had 5-on-5s in practice scrimmaging, it was so competitive that when we came to against our opponents, it was man, you ain't better than Trevor, you ain't better than Jason. I'm dunking on you. I'm getting to that rack. If Jason can't block it, I know you ain't blocking it. It was the kind of mentality we had, that we carried when we played.
All right. So you started off with St. Martin's, that's CYO. So what's middle school looking like? What's middle school looking like with you when it comes to that? Was the academic start? Was it there? Was the girls there? Like, what was it looking like?
Well, for some reason, when I think of middle school, I think of my boy Alex Monesty. It was I was playing St. Martin's within those times before it really got started. That's when it really counts in 7th grade. I actually was left back in 7th grade.
Okay.
Because I was, messing around. Came back that following year in 7th grade. And Mr. Isabel. Mr. Isabel.
Lee is.
Mr. Isabel took a liking to me, made me really want to play ball even more. You know what I mean? He made me feel like I was good.
Right.
Like he boosted my confidence a lot more. So, I didn't lose in middle school, bro. I never lost a game in middle school.
Right.
Never lost a game in middle school. Never. Wow. I didn't even think of that. Never lost a game in middle school, bro.
That's big.
Never.
So what's 7th grade looking like? How are you on a basketball card? You trash?
No, 7th grade, it was a beast, bro. Like there was no AJ at this time. AJ looked up to me at this time, 7th, 8th grade. I was the ringleader, I guess, the scorer. I was the baller at that time. 7th, 8th grade, it ain't too many. And I'm not to toot my own horn. It ain't too many in my grade around 7th, 8th grade was dealing with me on that court.
Okay, yeah. That's valid. That's a valid feeling. I can't say no.
Not 7th, 8th grade.
So your 7th and 8th grade year. When did you start hearing about, hey, or feeling that, or getting the confidence of like, maybe I can do this thing at the high school level? When does that start to come in?
See, I wasn't really concerned about A at this time because in 8th grade, I played junior varsity. I played JV.
Right.
So I left that for AJ in a sense.
No, not talking about AJ. I'm talking about when did you start feeling that, hey, I'm a deal now. They're gonna have to deal with me for years to come. You dominated 7th and 8th grade in middle school. When did that all start to come together going into high school? What was that looking like? Did you know Aggie?
Say that one more time. The last part.
Did you know ag yet by then?
Oh, so I think that happened about that my middle, my eighth, going to my ninth grade year. I was so confident. I was going in, like I was, I was in love with the sport. I was in love with everything that was going on around it. The people, getting love from it. Until I remember when I was a freshman, I got my heart crushed, bro. They had this thing called the Fab Five. It was freshmen all playing varsity. I played varsity in ninth grade, but I wasn't getting the type of tick that the other guys was getting. Like,
who was those guys? Who's the guys on that team at the time?
These are guys that actually played Super League with AAU. It was LaMichael Allen, Andre Laurie, Brian Sisti, and those are three players I played with, AAU.
Right.
But it was impossible for me as a freshman to play.
So who were those guys on the Amityville team that were in front of you at that time?
Oh, come on, man. We had Tristan Smith. We had Reggie Shaw. I want to say Timmy Lamont was in his senior year, maybe that year. But it wasn't my time.
Yeah.
I got the experience. I played, but not like a lot of time.
Right.
I wasn't the main player at the time.
So were you going back and forth, varsity and JV, or were you?
No, I was. Ninth grade, I was on varsity. I was on varsity. I sat the bench though, but I got that experience. It was like I was too good for JV, and not good enough for varsity, if that makes sense. But good enough for varsity, but not good enough to play over the players.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what does that do for a kid like you at that time? What does that do for you that summer? How does that look going into your 10th grade?
It built something in me. It made me become a little bit more hungry. It made me a dog. You know what I mean? It made me more vicious on the court. Practices became very intense. Like everything, it was real. It was in, like, I don't know, like, and I wasn't even mad at my players, like my teammates, as far as Tristan and them. Like, they deserved their time. They was ahead of me, and I wasn't standing a chance with Tristan in his prime. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself at all.
Right.
Tristan Smith, that's big bro.
Yeah, of course.
But I just took that with me to practice. I try to get them better as me getting better. Like I used to, I played the same way all the time, which was hard. Like I'm gonna make your job hard. Like,
where does that come from? Where did that defensive fire that you brought? Where did that come from?
Where did that come from?
Not everyone took defense seriously like you took defense seriously. You would play defense from the inbound of the other side of the court, bro. You know what I mean? And not get tired and do it the whole next play. Where does that come from?
See, that comes from that came from my St. Martin's coach, Mr. Cronin. He gave me my AKA name for basketball that I stick with. It was called Sparky, right? He'll call a timeout, or maybe he'll sub me out, let me catch my breath, and then he'd go, "Listen, Sparky, we need a spark. Go get a steal. Let's go."
Right.
And it was like I was just trained, like, go get a steal. All right, let's go. And it just happened that way. Like I didn't like to get scored on. You know what I mean? I enjoy when my team score, even if I'm not scoring, if I'm able to get the assist. I like to score, and I like to give my opponent hell on the court. Like I want them to remember Richard Payton on the court. Like, yo, that wasn't easy. Like, yo, I might have had 20, but man, that was the hardest 20 I ever had in my life. So that, like, I always wanted to have that expression on my opponent after the game.
So it came from AAU. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Super League.
Super League. That's funny because you're one of the few guys that get on here from Amityville that had that experience of AAU. Not a lot of people from our town really knew about AAU like that, maybe until late in their career in high school. But you got to experience that at a young age. At a young age, how was AAU starting to transform your game now that you're on varsity?
Oh, see, with AAU, it opened up my mind. I know basketball was like worldwide, but to actually be a part of it, to go, I've been to Vegas, I've been to all these different states, you know what I mean, playing basketball. It gave me some a sense of hope that, you know, I can do this and have fun, play basketball, and, you know, meet a lot of people, So, you know, that was important at that time. That was fun, you know, sometimes you get caught living in that moment. You don't really know, you know what I'm saying, what's going on really. Like,
right.
Like,
So
I didn't know everybody didn't get a chance to play on AAU, you know what I mean, from the town.
Yeah. A lot of that was a big dynamic with a lot of us. I mean, I was fortunate to play AAU young, but that dynamic of not really having the trainers in our town, like a lot of us wasn't getting trained like that. We were really playing off of straight ability. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if we had the trainers that other towns had. You ever think about that? But that's dope that you said that, because that sort of leads up into, you know, that 10th grade year. Now, I'm starting to hear about Richard Payton when you're in 10th grade. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to hear about Richard Payton, and I'm seeing you around where you're coming to the gym on Friday nights. Mm-hmm. How's that 10th grade year of yours? What was that jump like?
See, now 10th grade year, like 100% varsity. Like It ain't, I'm 100% varsity. It ain't no, maybe you could play JV today, or if you want to be mad, you play. It was no more of that. I wasn't being babied by ag at this point. You know what I'm saying? Now at this point, I had a chip on my shoulder. I wanted to play. I had to go. I think I was on my 10th grade year. I want to say I was battling Max. Because Max is a junior. So like I was fighting Max for minutes at this as a sophomore. So like, you know, me and Max ended up splitting minutes and whatnot. And then when I became a junior, that's when it all, you know, everything came full circle.
That 10th grade year, how did y'all look as a team? What was y'all winning? Was y'all what was that look like? Talk about it.
I don't know losing, bro. I don't know what losing is coming from Amityville. Like as far as this basketball stuff, I think I got 8 losses my whole high school career.
Right.
So like I don't really know losing. I think I lost. I remember those losses because, you know, the 8 losses I had. I lost in my sophomore year. I think we lost to a Long Island team, if I'm not mistaken. Long 10th grade year. It might have been a Long Island team we lost to that year.
What year was that? What year was your 10th grade year?
2000.
2000?
Yeah, 2000.
It wasn't the Hamptons, Southampton, or nothing like that, right?
No, because I missed that year. I think that was like that was 99 or 98. So because I started in 99.
Okay.
My first year of varsity.
I wouldn't know that. I don't know. Who did I lose to on Long Island?
You know, my mind a little too clouded with the wind.
Yeah, but okay.
Wind over. I remember losing to Jerk. I remember losing to St. Mary's.
Right.
I recall losing to St. Benedict, I think, from they was from DC, I think, or Maryland.
St. Benedict's is in Jersey.
Jersey?
Yeah, St. Benedict's is in Jersey.
We lost to Jersey City, St. Anthony's.
St. Anthony's, Jersey City is your junior year. Y'all lost to them.
Yeah, with Elijah Ingram, boy, he was hell.
To St. Dominic's your senior year.
St. Dom's. Yep. That was it's only 8 of them.
Yeah, that was it. That was all I remember. You're actually. We'll get to that. I got some stats maybe you don't know yet. So I'll let you know those. But so your 10th grade year, y'all win the states.
Yeah.
That's
And,
the first one.
No, that was my second one. I won in ninth grade too.
Right. Okay.
See, like even when we won the states, right? For me, it was normal. Like it felt like it was organic. It was supposed to, because you got to think, I played with all these players on St. Martin's, on Super League. So like us playing together, like winning is the norm. So when we won the states, it didn't even really mean that much to me. Like it was like I kind of felt like this is what was supposed to happen. You know, mind you, I'm in eighth grade, ninth grade. I mean, so I'm still a little naive with sports and the things. Like I'm the first in my family to really go through all that. So like I was still a little naive, didn't know it was as huge as it was then.
Speaking of that, though, I want to stay right there. How was your family start taking all of your success at the early age like that?
Oh man, like I did that for my mom, for my grandma. Like those were the people that gave me the the gas to keep going. Like when I graduated, I didn't graduate with the highest in the class or whatnot, and I still got up to speak. You know what I mean? I spoke at my graduation, and that was for my mom and my grandma. I don't know, like they made me want to do good and do right.
Right.
Yeah, they put that on. My sisters and my brother, they was proud. Like it felt good to be the one to actually do something positive in a positive light for your family, and it still goes on to this day. My nieces, my nephews, they still respect it.
Definitely, bro. I definitely see the love you get when we post things. But the love that everybody has for you, very organic, very real.
Right.
So now you going into your junior year and you playing with an All-American by the name of Jason Frazier. He's all world. All right, you're on that team there, y'all. That top team in the nation. What does it look like that year, bro? How are you processing these things? What's the feelings like? You got this guy who, arguably the most decorated player from Long Island history. How are you putting this together? You got this young phenom with you now, named AJ Price. How are you? And now you're the point guard. That means you control the team. How are you keeping this thing together? What is your part of this team?
See, a lot of sacrifices, bro. A lot of sacrifices. Like a lot of people always come up to me and ask me, yeah, you got all these accolades, you won, but you never scored a lot of points and whatnot, right? And I have to always defend myself and tell them, like, when you got 2 All-Americans on your team, I know I'm not an All-American. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm decent. I should be definitely D1. D1. I'm not gonna degrade myself and say I'm not D1, but I have 2 All-Americans that had great careers to this day. So for me to try to take away from the light of them, I would have been dead wrong, I felt. So I felt I had to find a way to make me look good and also make them look good for the whole team, if it makes sense, right? So this is when I was like, it's a point guard, Ronnie Johns. I know his whole family. This is someone I looked up to. So I had a lot of stuff I carried with me, a lot of luggage I carried throughout high school. My goal was to beat his assist record, which was I think Pop has 21 in a game.
Right.
So that's what kept me going, trying to beat Pop record. So now I got Jason Frazier and I got AJ Price. I'm going to get the assist record or something.
Yeah.
So this is how I just play my role, and I just try to do it the best way I could, bro. Like dealing with the special players that we had that I couldn't take for granted. But you gotta think, me and Jason is like a Kobe and Shaq relationship. Yeah. Like me and Jason Frazier has been doing this basketball thing since like 5th grade.
Yeah.
I mean, fight. Jason done threw the ball at me. He done, like, we done did everything besides physically fist fight, but in each other's face, because it was like, I don't care you, Jason Frazier. I don't care you, Richie Payton. It was a big brother, little brother thing. Like, that's always my bro. But like, I was Jason's like hardest critic. Like when he came to St. Martin's to play with me, let me tell you the things I used to do to my bro.
Talk about it.
Layup line, right? You know, everybody get the layup line. I be watching. Oh, Jason about to go. Switch! You know what I'm saying? Before he's about to go, I'm yelling, switch, you ain't going.
Yeah,
I'm the captain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ah, man, those them days though, bro. That's my bro, man.
So
go ahead.
Not to cut you off, I didn't mean to cut you off right there. You was a part of one of the biggest games in high school history against LeBron James. What do you remember about that game?
What I remember about that game, first of all, I didn't know who the hell LeBron James was at the time. Till we got to the tournament, or that following week, it was the talk. It was the talk of LeBron James. But see, the benefit of being Richie Payton is you got AJ Price, you got Jason Frazier. You know what I'm saying? And you got North, not to downplay the other player, but you got great role players, Trevor McIntyre and myself and Max Rose. And whoever else coming up off the bench, everybody was great. Anybody could have started any given night. But I didn't know who LeBron was. I actually didn't start that game if you watch the game. And I almost started. I got I don't know if I should expose this. Me and bro, we was at the hotel.
I heard this one. Yeah.
We find females. We young. We ballers. I'm like,
yeah.
So I'm in Delaware, baby. What's up?
Right.
From New York, whatever. And that was one thing. And we got caught with the females in the room.
Right.
I mean, this me and my bro, man. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Me and my bro got caught in the room. So me as being a captain or on the team at the time, he goes, it's either you start and your teammate don't play at all, or you come off the bench and y'all both can play.
Yeah.
So I had to take one for the team.
You took one for the team.
I had to take one on one of the biggest games in high school history.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I took that and I started the second quarter, came right off the bench and played a decent game.
So what was LeBron looking like to you?
Ron was like a creative player, bro. I realized that in warm-ups.
Yeah.
It was like a creative player, hitting shots. We was on MC Funk back then. It was like it was kind of unreal, but it didn't never bother me because
you ain't had
I had Jason Frazier and AJ, and like we mobbing, we coming with it.
Right.
We ballers. We've been through so many wars. Who was you? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was a insane game there. That was
So y'all go on, man. That's it. You go on that year, man, and y'all win the championship again. Man, that's 3 for you, boy. How things looking for you now? I know college coaches are there. What's the college looking at you right now?
I used to get a lot of letters from like Delaware. What was that? Robert Moses, I think. Anthony. I was getting a lot of D1 schools, but it was like low D1s. And like schools, like I told you before, I didn't really know nothing about the visions of like, or even what it meant. Still at this point, because I'm still playing basketball naive. I just love to play. I knew you can go to college. I don't want to say that much, but I knew you can go to college. I didn't know the depth of it. Like you can go to a college and be on TV and try to make it to the league. And everybody just had this dream. We're going to the NBA because I love basketball and I'm good.
Yeah.
And never not knowing the real
It doesn't work.
work you have to put in to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Well,
you guys won the championship, you ran the table. Now it's your senior year.
senior year.
It's your team now.
Yeah.
What is it looking like that summer going into your senior year? How are you preparing?
Now I see that
Jason.
Jason went to Villanova.
Right.
So now I'm like, sure, I want to go to school like Jason.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, been in contact with Jason. You make these calls, you still talk to him now. Jason's like a superstar. You know what I mean? Jason Frazier is a worldwide name for basketball. So I'm like, that's my bro. Let me call him and, stay in contact. And, Jason tell me the stories, keep playing hard and, what you got to do academically. Jason was bright. Jason was smart. Like he knew. Like Jason was smart in school.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't on that. I was running around.
Right. I know how it is. Right. So you go into your senior year, man. You lose Jason, and you hear the chatters. What's that senior year looking like?
My senior year was my most doubtful year. They didn't think that it could happen a fourth time without Jason, and I think that's what pushed our young squad at the time. I believe you was a part of my senior year.
Yeah, I was a sophomore. Yeah,
you was a sophomore. It was you, Banks, Craig Stewart. You guys like it was a time for you guys to make you push and your run, and you guys were good, so it made it that much easier for me. You know what I mean? It made my job still easier.
Bro, do you notice? You're one of the only All Long Island players to make All Long Island not averaging double figures.
That's crazy. Well deserved. I should.
Huh?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's wild, man.
That's crazy. I think the people that did that, they probably known that I could have probably had double digits in my careers. I think they understood the game. They seen my role, you know what I mean? Like I would consider myself honestly, bro, like a real per point guard, and not a score first guard.
I mean, I get like 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 5 steals, 2 blocks.
Right.
That's a world-rounded player, bro. And I want to give you flowers with that, bro. Like your high school career, bro. Your high school career is one of the best careers to come through our school, to come through Long Island. You're not probably, I believe you're probably the most winningest player on Long Island, in Long Island history of what you accomplished, bro. And it wasn't like you were two in the bench and you were out there in the trenches every night. And I want to give you your flowers, man, because you're a legend. If you don't know, you're a legend, bro.
I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. It means a lot, man.
Your senior year, bro, we do some things, man, and we in a big game versus the Wyandanch, man. Talk about that Wyandanch game, bro.
Man, that Wyandanch game, see, being from Amityville, and because I played basketball, I didn't go around with a lot of nonsense with me when I wasn't on the court. I mean, even off the court, I'm always smiling. I'm a good dude, so I used to always go to Wyandanch and still play ball, right? So it was always building up that participation. We can't wait to play. So it was cool to actually, when it happened, they obviously knew they couldn't deal with it. They didn't like ever. Nobody in Long Island.
I think in their head though.
No.
They thought that, what? This is our unit.
It's no way when you lose by 50. It's no way. When you lose by 30, 50, it's no way you thought you had a chance. Yeah. It was just, we warriors, y'all warriors, let's get it. You know what I mean?
Do you remember that game? Do you remember that game? We had to have that game at a neutral site, remember?
Right.
We had it at Longwood.
Was that? Yes.
That was for the Class B championship. Usually it would have been at St. Joe's.
Right.
but it was not enough room. And
Right.
it was noise being made about, at that time, the hoods was, the ball players, we all got along, Amityville Wyandish, but the hoods were still like that. You know what I'm saying? So they moved it. They moved it out east, like, all right, they not all going to drive out here. But little did they know. Do you remember that
We're
scene?
from Amityville, man. We're going to get there.
Amityville Wyandish in that gym, it was crazy. It was crazy. One of the craziest scenes I was around ever, because I was just a sophomore, bro. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's them big lights right there.
You and A and them, and what y'all did to their guards was.
Yeah, but that wasn't fair though, I feel. I'm a senior. The young kid was what's his name, Sadrack.
Yeah, that's my guy.
That's my guy to this day. Much love to you, Sadrack. He was still young. I hope that I hope that it boosted his confidence and not took it.
Nah.
Not, you know what I'm saying, playing against us. Like he got to know everybody had to get that. Everybody had. The only one that got away. Only one that got away was Danny. He's the only one that got away. He's the only one that could talk to us. He got two wins on us.
Yeah.
It's the only one. Only one. Danny Green.
St. Mary's always had our number. There was something about St. Mary's that had our number.
They had Mama do, bro. He
was when he was a senior, he was like 30, bro. I don't care what nobody said.
Yeah, Mama do was like, super old, bro.
He was like 30, bro. It was so crazy. I remember, right? In the game, we're playing St. Mary's, right? And I'm guarding Mamadou now. I'm on an island with him. And I'm not saying that, bro, I was doing my thing with him. You know what I'm saying? Doing my thing with him. Fourth quarter, I kid you not. Mamadou says something in African to Danny Green, and Danny understood it. And it was like Mamadou got the strength from the ancestors, dog. I couldn't do nothing with him. Like, I couldn't move him. I couldn't do anything with him, bro. I'd say Mamadou was like that one guy that gave me the business. I couldn't do nothing with him, bro. And then I just found out they was doing investigations on him. He was like 30 years old, bro. And I'm like, I can't respect that. I was like 16, bro. He was 30. He was supposed to do that.
Now, Mamadou. Who they had? Tim Doyle over there too?
Nah, no. When that St. Mary's team had Mamadou, Danny. Danny didn't play well that game. Danny, matter of fact, he didn't do much. He
fouled out.
Yeah.
I mean, he got foul trouble on the first half.
Yeah.
Early first quarter.
And Kloops like set him. It was Mamadou, bro. Mamadou.
Yeah.
It was just him.
Couldn't stop him.
Couldn't do nothing with him in the fourth quarter, bro.
Couldn't stop him, man.
Stop him. So
you actually had a good shooting game that game.
The guards did everything y'all could.
I had a good shooting game that game.
Was on another level, bro. And he was the player of the year, and he beat Jason and them the year before.
Yeah, beat us in the Federation though.
Federation. How many federations you got, Rich?
I got two.
Two. And you was one of the only guys that won your last game. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So we beat Wyandanch and we go upstate. It's your senior year.
Wait, at the Wyandanch though, we played Whitman.
Yes, talk about that game. You're going against another pro, a guard.
Right. This was rough, but it was also kind of personal. Because the next best thing from Richard Payton and AJ Price was Nick Carter and Anton Aguilio.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was personal like that.
Yeah.
Twan really thought he could fool with AJ, and Nick thought he could fool with me.
Right.
Nick was able to score, but I always had Nick number. You can't go left. I'm Richie Payton. I ain't got to score. My job is easy. I'm gonna lock your ass up. And I made it helpful.
I remember that game because you and A did take it personally defensively, because I remember you guys didn't want no help.
Right.
You guys, And that's an Amityville thing. We never asked for help. We never
zone. If he gonna kill me, let him kill me.
Let him kill me. Yeah. And I remember one time I stepped up to help. Oh man, you guys are screaming, boy. Like, y'all don't want no help. Like, yo, I remember that game, man. And that sort of stuck with me, as a sophomore. Like, we don't play no zone. We don't ask for help.
Right.
It's man-to-man defense.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. So you won that game.
That game there, I fouled out. I remember going to the bench in the fourth quarter with like 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes and 39 seconds or something like that. I fouled out. I remember it's my senior year, mind you. This is the game. If we lose this game, we don't go up. I remember going to the bench. I'm crying. I'm like, yo, this is my senior year. This is bad. Like, man, I could have been the only player to have for sure. All this is coming, right? And I remember I fouled out. You get that little 30 seconds whatever when someone fouls out. I remember AJ saying, yo, bro, wipe your eyes. I got you. And like, he just like took off, bro. Like, this is when I really believed in AJ at this time. Like, that he is the player that he said he is. He said, yo, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to the rack. I'm getting threes. It's over. And he actually did it. I'm like, yeah, center was different. That's when I had to take my hat off. So.
Yeah. Man, he was different in high school, bro. He was, he definitely had those moments, man. So that was a big game and it was personal.
Right.
We're on our way upstate now. It's your senior year, man. And this is probably the best championship game ever because we're playing the home team. We're playing Glens Falls at Glens Falls in front of 8,000 people.
Yeah,
what do you remember about that experience?
See, what made that game right there special was and different because although Glens Falls was the home team, we were the home team because we was there 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So even the guys, the vendors at the Civic Center, the guys that was doing the vendors, they used to, hey Richard, how you doing? You need anything? I used to eat popcorn, maybe a hot dog before the game. That was my thing. I eat some popcorn or a hot dog. And they used to be like, yo, you need a hot dog, you need some popcorn. It was like, it was crazy to me. And the Civic Center, the guys, the people that did the event, they showed so much love to me there, man. I felt good there. I felt home and at the Civic Center. Yeah. So it didn't really bother me that it was Glens Falls versus.
Put your camera down a little bit, bro. I can't see your face. Yep, you're good. Yeah. So it didn't bother you?
Nah. Because I felt like I was home.
How was the game though?
It was I think we underestimated them boys at first.
Yeah. They had a gunner.
Yeah.
What happened to that kid? Michael Van Score. I will always remember that name.
It was a shooter.
He was gunning us.
We ran into some of those.
He went down swinging.
Yeah.
But the beauty is that we won. And that was your 4th ring.
Yeah.
What's going through your head now, bro?
I just couldn't believe it. Like
I remember you not letting go the trophy, bro. I wanted to take a picture with the trophy. You ain't let nobody get that trophy, bro.
You know why? Because your school, you got to think. I felt like I paid my dues at that time. I felt like I said, I took a lot of sacrifices throughout my career in high school for the better, for the whole team, So I felt like I was gonna be a little selfish at that moment. I'm gonna hold this trophy and I'm gonna hold it high, like I felt victorious. I was happy, bro.
You deserve it. You deserve it, man. You deserve it, and you go on and make the all tournament team.
Yeah, that was dope too.
Myself, and
listed a lot of others all come through New York. Ben Gordon was in there.
Yeah.
And that all-star team thing. It was a lot, man. That was
the records.
Like,
You're in the history.
What you say?
You're in the history book. You know what I mean?
And that right there, out of all 4 chips, my senior year was the most special one to me.
Speak on it.
You know,
Speak on
it was my senior year. It was my last year. I went out with a bang. You know, I carried the load. I carried the load. I played my part. You know, I carried the load. I felt like I left my stamp. Left my stamp as a senior year.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
I mean, we win the championship, man, and we come back up here the following week for federations. How serious? How serious is the federation? Does one outweigh the other for you? Because in my eyes, when I looked at the federation, it was like we just got to prove we can beat the Catholic school.
Right.
I always felt the state championship way more.
Right. Like I think the federation was just for like extra bragging rights.
Right.
You know what I mean? It didn't. I didn't like to lose them. I lost 2 of them. You know.
Right.
I didn't like to lose them. You know, you want to win.
Yeah.
So that was. It was cool because you already got the main thing, which was the state chip. You're New York State champion. So like I was already content with that. So now we're going back out there again. Oh, we're gonna get some more Tims. We're going to get some hush puppies from the outlets out here.
You remember we almost got caught up out there, man, with them girls trying to take us to Albany. We like, yo, we got a championship right here. And they like, I'm like, I was on some for Boys in the Hood. I'm getting out the car. Like I'm getting out the car right here, man. Let me out. I'm not going to Albany, bro. I don't even know where we at. We can't go to Albany, bro. But
man, those man. How about leaving Stony Brook after playing Whitman? And were you at that game when man?
Stony Brook.
So many stories,
we played Whitman, yeah. Huh? I remember. We don't gotta put all the stories out here like that. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta, if you want. Listen, is that your discretion of you?
Not everything is for.
Yeah. Leave it for the book, bro. You got a story you can tell. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Word, bro. So, high school career is finished, bro. You're decorated. You're stamped. What schools are hollering at you now? Now that you're a 4-time champion, what schools are starting to holler at you now? What's on your mind about where you going?
Oh, I had Virginia State on me real heavy, right? I was supposed to go to the school I went to, which is Genesee Upstate. Right. I was supposed to go there for 2 years, and then I was supposed to transfer. You know what I mean? But if I could have done it over, I would have left New York. I would have got away. But this comes with the part where I say, you know, I'm the first one in the family to go through these things. So I had to break that curse. So now when the next one come up, my nephew's about to go to college. I can get him out of New York. Like you're not gonna go to college in New York. You got to go somewhere where you can network and meet different people.
So I like what you said, though. I want you to touch on that because this may help save another kid's life who's going in your direction of leaving New York to play ball. Why do you feel like staying in New York was the bad thing for you?
I won't say it's a bad thing, but I believe in being shooken up a little bit, being a little uncomfortable. I think when you get uncomfortable, you get to see what you're made of. You know, I was a little too comfortable in New York. Shit, it was an 8-hour bus ride back home. I was doing it every weekend. You know, although like VA wasn't maybe even closer. VA is like 5 hours, 6 hours, but it's just the states, I guess, you have to go through. You meet other people. Like New York is New York. New York is
expand your horizon. You get to expand your horizon.
Right. So I think I should have. What made me go there? Remember we played against this kid named Alberto? He was a lefty. He killed us a little bit.
Senior year?
He looked. Yeah, my senior year.
From upstate?
What team Alberto played for?
He could jump. He could jump.
Yes.
Beacon. Was it Beacon?
Beacon. Me and him went to school together.
Okay.
But I went with him because of that game. You know what I mean? Thinking like, oh, okay, we're gonna. It was just cool. We just played against each other a couple of months ago. Now we visited the same school. Like, I only visited one school and committed. Instead of like even seeing what other schools were like.
Can you say that? See, that's fun. That's great that you say that, because that all ties back into what I was saying about us having, those pillars there that's supposed to be there for us at those moments. Like, hey, you're Rich. All right, that's a good school. Well, let's go check this other school out.
Right.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. But I wouldn't say that I didn't have all the support, because I'm fortunate to have my role model phone number, which is Mike James. You know what I mean? Like, I love my bro. Like, that's my role model. It's my big bro. Like, I respect him a lot. And he he was there for me at those times. Like, I was able to call Mike James vulnerable, crying, like, yo, I'm killing this guy on practice every day. And the coach is still like, yo, I don't want you to play. He giving me only 15, 20 minutes a game. Like, and I'm better than him. I'm killing him. And it was just like, he might have been going through the same thing at the time. So he was breaking it down to me in a way, like, stay down. I believe Mike James was with the Miami Heat at the time.
Right.
At the time of this. So, like, I got to give a lot of respect and credit to Mike for, helping me through those tough times.
What was the college years looking like? How did your Geneseo years go?
How do I get to Geneseo?
No, how did it go? What was it like? Your college experience there at that time?
Like, I was happy because, like, I didn't know what else to compare it to, so it was new. It was definitely life changing. So much snow up there. Like, I didn't realize how big fucking New York was. When we, pardon my language, that we on Long Island. Like,
right.
Like, New York is huge. So I didn't know what to really expect, and it turned out to be pretty decent for me. Like, the coach was cool. I met some good friends I still have to this day. You know what I mean? In college from up there. So I'm thankful for those things.
So what was the numbers looking like? Were you playing or?
My first year, like I said, they had a guard. It was like 26. Tough. His name was Wayne. Had floaters. This floater game was crazy.
Yeah.
So I was only getting like 10 or 15 minutes as a freshman. This is what I'm calling Mike James every day, crying, and like, cause it didn't make sense to me. I didn't understand it, bro. Like, I just came from winning 4 championships. I'm killing this guard. I'm killing him. Like, I'm having my way with him. Seriously, I'm having my way with him to the point that I feel like I should be playing and he's not. But the coach didn't see it that way. So that's when the friction came. And that's what I guess that learning curve of not being in Amityville when it's not laid out. I paid my dues to play in Amityville and to act my way the way I act in Amityville. Right. It wasn't the same upstate. I didn't have in college, I didn't have the time. And
right. So what was next for Richard Payton after Geneseo?
Oh, after that, I actually did a year. I did a year and a half a semester there at Geneseo. I actually had my daughter, Camilla. I had my daughter 2004. I came back home. I went to Nassau. Okay. I went to Nassau, and when I went to Nassau, it was just like it was a little too easy. Like, I ran. I led the country in steals and assists from out of Nassau.
That's big. But I feel like there's a but with that. What was you being close to home? How was that?
Probably was the worst decision I made. You keep it real.
That's fair.
Worst decision I made. I should have went elsewhere, but some decisions that we make in life comes from trying to trying to fix problems in other. I mean, not. I mean, trying to fix problems from your family, like the past, right?
Right.
My dad wasn't always in my life, right? So I had coaches and stuff playing that role. So my decision to come back home was like, I need to be a father for my daughter. I need to be responsible. Basketball ain't paying the bills. It ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? It's that's what I'm thinking at the time. So I'm thinking me coming back home was the best decision when I should have still probably went somewhere else or stay where I was at and graduated. And, you know, then I would have been better for my daughter. I just didn't have that. I didn't have that push at the time, I believe. Like
you know, I can feel that because I was also a young father. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I understand that part of, you know, you want to do you want to do things for your kid because you don't want to be a label, but not knowing that maybe if I stick this out, things in the future will be better.
Right.
Am I hitting that nail?
Yeah, it's a fact.
Okay.
That's
So
a fact. And, you know, that was a real hard learning curve for me because you know, now I'm back in the town. Now is what you doing is you know, you almost come embarrassed. I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. It was like, man, like, dang, I made a you know what I mean. But
now
you
people see
know,
you around.
right? It was different. It's different. It's a different kind of pain, a different kind of growing pain. You know what I mean? It was different. Like telling, oh no, I'm not in school no more. Like, but you're supposed to be in the NBA. You got four. You know, all these things come up, and it's like, it's only like 400 and I think 33 jobs in the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not everybody gonna go to the NBA. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Well, but that's great. Stay right there. What is that doing to you though, mentally? You hearing people say that those type of things. I know it has. What's the play for you in your head? Are you getting depressed? Are you?
See, I don't really get depressed, bro. I don't really change. I just adapt. I would go. I just did the next best thing that made me feel good, and when it got me some money, or when got a job, or still took care of my daughter the best way I could, and still be a good uncle and stuff like that, and big brother, little brother, still try to be good at those things. Like, everybody ain't gonna go to the league, man. It was tough though. It was tough coming off of that, like coming off of all that winning and all that. Like, and to a certain extent, I kind of felt like I was old a little bit because of that. That was like the curse on winning so much.
But your basketball career wasn't done yet because you went on to Farmingdale.
Yeah. See,
and you had a great career there. How did that go?
See, Farmingdale came about. This is now my mom passed.
Right.
Now I'm a grown man. Like I gotta find some way to stay tonight. I gotta make sure I got food for me and my daughter. So it came like responsibilities came real fast. Like, you know what I mean? I had to man up. So when I went to Farmingdale, it was by choice. It wasn't really so much of the basketball there. It was so much of just going to get my degree, get my education, and you know what I mean, and then go ahead and move on with life. So like I had a right career there though. I played pretty well. Like I wasn't in my prime, I wasn't. It was obviously on the downside.
Right.
So it was really just to stay in shape, I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, I remember I came home from college and I went to a game and you was out there boogieing, man. It felt good because I'm like, oh yeah, this is Mr. Payton. I know you were almost like you were. I could see the happiness on your face again with basketball.
I ain't gonna hold you. Basketball, bro, it saved my life, man.
Of course.
It made my decisions a lot easier because you gotta think. My mom has 6 kids. I'm the 5th kid to the youngest. And after me is Tavares.
Right.
right? I feel like the four ahead of me didn't graduate. And I feel if they had basketball or something like that, they would have graduated because you got to think, we made it a thing in high school. You corny if you failing because you can't play. You a lemon, like you're a dub to us. So we kind of came up this, we made it cool. Remember the study groups, we used to have? Like we made it cool to want to be in school, to want to go play basketball. Even if it was just for basketball or whatever, we made it cool to do that. Oh, you was a lemon, you was a bum to us if you was nice and bold, but you couldn't do your schoolwork.
Yeah. That's great that you're speaking on that, man. Because a lot of kids, I know it's being preached a lot now, but that's gonna hit somebody, because we all know how it is to be that star where we're like, I'm the man. I don't really need to hear what this person is saying, but sometimes when you hear it from someone who lived through it, the impact is different, man. The impact is different, bro. And I appreciate you sharing your story with us, bro. So what was when basketball was done? When did you know it was over for you? That hey, I gotta put this thing down now.
When did I know?
When did you come to grips with it, man? Did you ever come to grips with it?
It's a hard breaker, very hard breaker. But responsibilities really kind of told me, like, my body, my mind never like, yo, you can't go out and still play basketball. It was pretty much responsibility. I had my second child, I had a son. Yeah. And then right after that, I had another daughter. Like, just it was no time for basketball no more. It's just responsibilities. And you know what I mean? Being a parent was my main responsibility. That was my main job, my main title, was to be a father, the best father I can be. So it's not like I got killed. Right. And I was like, yo, damn, I just ain't got it. You know what I mean? But one time, he lame to me, and I don't want to talk bad about him on this thing, but he dropped me, bro.
I saw you get killed one time.
No, only person that I could tell you about some killing too.
No, I only saw you get killed one time. That was it.
But who?
Gary Irvin.
Oh yeah, that was different, man.
Nah, but Gary, that's what I'm saying. I only witnessed you get killed one time.
That was different. Gary Irvin was special, bro.
Nah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. I've seen you get killed one time. Out of all your players you played against, I've only could sit there and say, yo, this brother is killing Richard right now.
Gary had a lot of counters. He had a lot of counters.
Nah, he was with it. I mean, crafty.
Yeah, it was tough.
He was killing you. He was killing A. It was just nothing y'all could. It wasn't y'all day that day, bro. It wasn't that day, and that's just a testament of.
What's man killed me too, though. I could remember, like, it's three players that I could say, like, yo, they had me numbered. Like, they had me like, I gotta play against this nigga. Oh man, I gotta play against this guy.
Dion Merritt?
Huh?
When we that 5-star? Dion Merritt? Not Dion Merritt, no.
Nah, not Dion Merritt. That was my son. He wasn't ready for me.
Yeah.
I had problems with Gary Irvin. What was the other son? This player right here is probably, like, this is just being honest. And this player gives me hell all the time. Or every time I play it, he gives me hell. That even when I'm playing against, I'm like, I gotta bring my best. And I hate to say, I'm gonna take my hat off to him, but LaMichael Allen, bro, Lee.
Oh, he's a killer.
No, Lee scorches me. Like Lee makes me want to fight on the court. Like, he brings that, like, bro was, because he was just too slow for me. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't.
He made you do what he wanted to do.
Yeah, I couldn't time his shit. I couldn't time it like I time everybody else on defense.
Lee is very crafty, very smooth.
Yeah. Lee was a hell of a player. Lee was a very tough player for me.
All right, so who's the 3rd one? You said there's 3 of them. Gary, Lee, who's the last one?
Who was that third person I was saying gave me a problem as a guard? Uh, what's the name worked me? Elijah Ingram.
Old American, bro. He was.
Yeah, but those are, you said who worked me, like that's who I can think of that. Oh no, Quincy Doobie at our place.
Yeah, 40 something.
Yeah.
But that all 40 was Judo, was it?
Yeah. I think I saved AJ or AJ saved me. I think it was on both of us. You know what I'm saying? I think it started on me though. Then AJ got.
That's a great, that's a great answer. Keep it like that. It started on you, but then it ended. Man.
That was crazy. That was crazy. I wanted to show you some of this old stuff though, School. Look at this. That was my guy. You see it, Derek?
Derek Maloney. Yeah, that's dope. Those jerseys are the best right there. I love them jerseys, man.
Those unis?
Them unis, man. So, bro, before we wrap this up, man, yo, I gotta ask you, man, what's your feelings on this alumni event we got coming up, man? What's your feelings on it, man? How you coming? You coming to play? You coming to just run through? I mean, you're gonna have a lot of guards out there that want to come take Rich's head because of who Richard is, man. You getting in shape for this thing?
Yeah, come on. I don't get fat, man. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
As far as them wanting to come at me, that's been like that my whole life. I'm used to that part. Everybody wanted to come at me. But I'm not worried. I got a chip leader. I mean, somebody with a chip. I got MJ now. Got Mikey. We got young Josh. I got my protege. You know what I'm saying? I got Sam Duncan. That's my protege.
Yeah.
So like, I'm happy. I'm confident. Got my boy Derek with us. I think we're gonna win it all.
You think y'all gonna win it all? That's what's up.
Yeah, we're gonna win it. We're just gonna we don't want to talk too much. We're just gonna come and play. Man.
That's dope, man. But bro,
got my boy young Eric. Don't want to forget about you, Eric. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Say yeah to that one. But bro, this is beautiful, man. We wanted to give you your flowers, bro.
I appreciate that.
Especially, bro, you're a bona fide legend, bro. You should be a Hall of Fame in Amityville. I don't know what's taking them, what they're doing over on that side, bro. You should definitely be in the Hall of Fame, bro. But bro, you're a legend, bro, and you appreciate it. From this side, man. And bro,
appreciate that, man.
Leave something, man, for the kids, bro. Let them know something, man. Give them some advice out there, man, to the young ones that's coming behind you, bro. Because we always got to remember to put our hand back, And,
what I will always say, man, dream big, definitely believe in yourself, stay heavily prayed up. I think that's very important on, whoever your God is, stay heavily prayed up and, believe in yourself, man. Don't put your life in somebody else's hands and think they're gonna cherish it the way you would. Take your own life in your own hands and and do the best that you could. Stay prayed up. That's the most important thing, man.
Before you go, top five guards from Amityville, man.
Top 5 guards from Amityville. Somebody told me I wasn't on there. It was an argument about that. My top 5 guards from Amityville, though.
You can put yourself in it. I mean, why wouldn't you?
I would have to say Mike James, of course, AJ, of course, Tristan Smith, of course.
2 spots left, bro. 2 spots left.
2 spots left. Point guards. They had to go through the school. You want play. All right. So I didn't play with the young boy, but I think Josh will be up there. And I'm gonna have to go with myself as the 5th.
I wanted to hear it.
I have to go with myself as the 5th. And no disrespect to all my Amityville alumni that I'm missing out. So love, but I the top 5 guards to come to my mind was that. I would have to shout out to P.D. Jones too, though. He was nice in his prime. P.D. was nice. My boy Reggie Shaw. I like Reggie game. I love the Reggie game. Reggie was nice to me.
Yeah.
You remember Reggie, lefty?
Yeah, he was before me a little bit. I don't really have too fond of a memory of Reggie. I heard about him though.
Yeah, because he was pretty much before me. He was with my older brother. Man, it was a lot of guards I looked up to though, like Spike. Spike was a baller coming up. I forget Spike's last name, but he was a baller. Have you ever heard of Chris Shepard?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, see, like, they didn't really play though. Yeah. Even Chima was nice and ball coming up a little bit,
We can't be mentioning Chima's name on here, man. He gonna see this and he gonna be going nuts talking about Rich said I was one of the top guards, man. Oh.
Chima was a John J. Legend, man.
John J. Legend, man. Wow.
What are you talking about, man?
No, I heard the stories, man. I heard the stories, bro. We not even gonna open that can, bro. But we not gonna open that can, bro.
Nah, he couldn't stand a chance for us in real life, but he was a good support player.
Man, it was so great, man, catching up with you, man. It's gonna be even better. It's gonna be even better when we see each other, man, because all love. Mark Johnson always got love for Rich Payton because we got stories.
Oh, always.
We got stories, man. And
always, man.
This thing right here was beautiful, man. I pray that it's gonna touch somebody because when they hear that story, because you have a story. Your testimony is bigger than what you went through because you overcome so many obstacles. You know what I'm saying? And I know your mom is looking down. She's smiling on the kid.
Remember, that was dope. I hope so, man. I live life to try to. You almost sacrifice my own life to make the right decisions and to make people happy and show them it's a way.
Yeah.
That's my satisfaction in life and seeing my loved ones happy and smile. Yeah. Maybe for something I did or that I had an influence on.
Of course, man. That's so. And the crazy thing, sometimes that could be a downfall too for us of people who got big hearts because you have a big heart. Sometimes that could be that downfall where where we forget that we got to take care of us sometimes, man. So don't always remember, bro. Sometimes we got to take care of us before we can take care of our scars before we can bandage somebody else's. You did?
Right. 100.
Bro, this is beautiful, bro, man. I love you, kid, man.
Love you too, bro.
It's gonna be great to see you, man. When we on that court, man, it's gonna be like old times, man. And I appreciate you, man. Blessings to the family, and I thank you for doing this, bro. Like I said, this has been another special tap in with Tristan, with Mark, Richard Payton. We signing off for 2022, man. We'll see everybody at the alumni event. When you see this, make sure you guys hit that bell on YouTube and subscribe. And peace out, man. Love, bro.
Yo, love. Peace, everybody. Yo, thanks for the support, man. Thanks for the shout outs, Mark.
Always, bro.
Appreciate you, brother. Always love, man. Let's do it. Amityville as usual.
Yes, sir.
Amityville as usual, man.
Yes, sir.
I love. Peace.
Love, champ.